What are the customs of Shavuos? Greenery. It is customary to decorate the synagogue and one's home with greenery or flowers in honor of Shavuos. This custom helps to recall Mount Sinai, the mountain where the Jews received the Torah, which was surrounded by foliage. The Vilna Gaon, Vilna Gaon, a great rabbi in Lithuania, during the 1700s, held that this custom should be abolished because it has become the practice of Gentiles to use trees in their religious celebrations. However, Sephardic Jews still practice this custom. Most Sephardic Jews lived in countries that were not Christian, so there was no worry that this would be confused with a heathen custom. These greens must be set aside for use before Shavuos. If Shavuos falls on a Sunday, then the decoration must be set aside on Friday before Shabbos. This custom is also a reminder that Shavuos, when fruits of the trees begin to ripen, is a time of heavenly judgment regarding the coming fruit harvest. Also, on the 5th of Sivan, Moshe's mother, Yocheved, Yocheved, put Moshe into a wicker basket and placed him among the reeds at the riverbank. There he was rescued by the daughter of Pharaoh. To recall Moshe's miraculous rescue from among the reeds, which occurred on a day when Shavuos is celebrated, we adorn our homes and synagogues with greens. Dairy. Shavuos is the only festival given in the Torah on which there is a custom to eat dairy foods, especially on the first day. Meat and milk cannot be eaten together. Therefore, the meals of Shavuos, or some of the meals, are dairy meals. When the Jews returned to their tents after the giving of the Torah, they were bound for the first time by the Torah's dietary laws. Therefore, they could not eat meat, for they first had to prepare a proper slaughtering knife, remove the forbidden fats from the slaughtered meat, salt it, and procure kosher cooking utensils. All this made it necessary for them to eat dairy rather than meat at that time. As a commemoration of this, we eat dairy on Shavuos. The Torah is also like milk, for it encompasses within it all the sustenance that man's soul needs for spiritual vitality and growth. Thus, the milk foods of Shavuos allude to the Torah itself. On the 6th of Sivan, the day on which Shavuos falls, Moshe was rescued from the Nile River. The Talmud relates how Pharaoh's daughter first brought Moshe to Egyptian wet nurses, but he would not nurse, for God did not want the mouse that would one day communicate with him to nurse from a non-Jewess. Pharaoh's daughter then had Moshe given over to Yocheved, Yocheved, to be nursed, unaware that this woman was the infant's own mother. The eating of milk foods on the 6th of Sivan commemorates this hidden miracle. Learn Torah all night. It is a popular custom to study Torah all night on the first night of Shavuos. During the month of Sivan, the day is considerably longer than the night, and the dawn comes quite early. On the day Israel was to receive the Torah, the people overslept. The sun had already risen. God's presence was manifest upon Mount Sinai, yet the people were still sleeping. Moshe went through the camp to arouse them. He cried, "Arise from your sleep. The groom, God, has already arrived. He seeks the bride, Israel, that he may lead her to the chuppah, Chuppah, marriage canopy. He is waiting to present her with the Torah. As atonement for the Jews having overslept, the pious of earlier generations would study Torah throughout the night of Shavuos. In later generations, the custom was adopted by Jews of all walks of life and level of scholarship. Book of Ruth. It is customary to read the Book of Ruth on the second day of Shavuos. Ruth was the princess of Moab, Moab, who left her homeland so she could become a Jewess in the land of Israel. Through her conversion to Judaism, Ruth entered into the covenant with God. On Shavuos, the Jewish nation entered into their covenant with God through their acceptance of the Torah. Moreover, prior to that acceptance, the Jewish people immersed themselves as does a convert at the conclusion of the conversion process.